Hi guys, welcome to another episode with Kendra by Omar. Today we're going to be learning how to draft this beautiful gown. Alright, it's actually a maxi gown. Alright, so these are my materials, my doll face for the sleeve, and I'm going to be interfacing into the paper stay. Alright, the sewing section is also here too. So first and first, I'll be cutting my upper bodice measurement. Alright, which is 17.5 plus 1 inch seam allowance, that's 18.5. Then the widest part of the upper bodice is the bust, so I've gone ahead to cut it. All right, so this is the front and back. The back is where you have the excess, that's 1.5 inch for zipper allowance. So what I'm going to be doing now, I am going to be imputing my shoulder to bust line, sorry, my shoulder to under bust, and my shoulder to waist. Then I'll draw my lines. All right, shoulder to chest line. I call it bust point at times, chest line. All right, so I've gone ahead to impute it. A bust measurement divided by 4 plus 2 inch seam allowance. A under bust divided by 4 plus seam allowance, and likewise the waist. I'll go and draw my armhole like so. I got the midpoint of that line to give you my armhole. I came down by 1 inch for the shoulder slope, and my neckline is actually 4 inch by 3. All right, 4 inch by 3. So I am going to be connecting the neckline like so, after which I'm going to be joining the shoulder slope. All right, after I'm done, I'm going to be cutting. All right, after cutting, I'm going to be cutting the lining for it as well. All right, before then, please, to remove bulginess from the back, especially when you zip, I came up by 1 inch, then I drew it diagonal to meet the edge point here, as you can see. Then I cut it out. All right, so I am going to be cutting the lining for it. I've gone ahead to cut the linings. Now I want to be drafting the lower part of the gown. Be sure to slit the back, that's where the zipper allowance will be. All right, so now the down part, our waist measurement is actually 36 inches, and I want the fullness to be times 3. So I'm going to be cutting 36 times 3 inches. That's about 108 inches thereabout. So I'll be cutting it. That's what I'm going to be pleating around the waist. As you can see, I'll pleat it around the waist. Then the length, it depends on your length. Always get your full measurement. All right, the way you want it to be. If you want the length to be and maybe above the knee or a 3/4, you understand. So I want mine to be like a 3/4 thereabout. So I'll go ahead and draft it. I think I took, was it not 20 something, about 28 inches. All right, so when I'm done, I'll cut it. Then the other parts where you have the GSP vibe, where I'm going to be joining again, I will be cutting times 5. The round waist, I had to cut times 3, but the other attachment for the lower part, I'll be cutting times 5. But the measurement is going to be smaller now. I took about 17.5 as the measurement. I'm going to be pleating it under this one. As you can see, to my subscribers, I say thank you. If you're new in this channel, you're welcome. Kindly like, share, and subscribe. So for the lining, I am going to be deducting 3 inches from the actual length. All right, my actual length is 28 inches. 28 inches minus 3 is 25 inches. Then for this other one where I have my 17.5, remember I told you I'm going to be gathering it there. All right, so this is for my belt. All right, then let's go ahead with the sleeve. So as you can see, I've folded into 4 for both sleeve. All right, then I've gone ahead to take my measurement depending on how wide you want it to be. The lower side, I came up by, I think, 4 inches. Then I graduated to 5 inches. All right, then I had to marry it to join that other side. You can do it two ways. You can either do it like a flounce, but me, I don't want to do it that because I'm managing material and this will work just fine for it. So this is what I'm doing. If you have any questions, kindly let me know in the comment section. Thank you. All right. So after doing this now, I'll go ahead and cut. I'll cut it out. Then I'm going to be interfacing it to give it a firmer look. All right. Like I said, you can either do the flounce type, but me, I prefer this one. So I'll be pleating it on the sleeve. All right, on the shoulder rather. So let's move into the sewing section. This is the sewing section now. I've gone ahead to join the fabrics together, both front and back. All right, as you can see, I will do same with the lining. I will join it both the front and back. Then I'll be using the lining to turn. I will use the lining to turn. All right. As you can see, I'm going to be stitching all the edges. All right, then leaving the base opened to aid turning. All right, as you can see, be sure to do it at your pace, please. All right, I actually use pins to secure while sewing. So I've gone ahead to turn. As you can see how neat it looks. I've gone ahead to attach my dart as well using a bust span measurement 4.5. All right, so what I'm going to be doing, I am going to be folding this into two back. Then I am going to be stitching it. I'll stitch and leave a little opening to turn. I'll do same for the other side, for the other sleeve. As you can see, I'm done with this. Be sure to give it a good press. Then for the from the shoulder, I'll go in by 1.5 inch. I'll get the midpoint of this design. I'll marry it to the fabric. I'll pin it down. All right. Then I'll start pleating. I will start pleating. It's an outward pleat, it's not an inward pleat. I'll pleat and sew. So I'm done with this. I will replicate it on the other side. All right, so when I'm done, I'm going to be taking her bust measurements, her under bust and waist measurements. I'm going to be joining. All right, as you can see now, I have measured it, so I'm going to be joining. After which I am going to be pleating the first fabric I cut initially when I was cutting, when I multiplied the waist measurement by 3. All right, so I've gotten the midpoint now. I'll be pleating on it. Kindly let me know if you have any questions. I'm done pleating, so I want to turn it with the lining. I want to make it very neat, so I'll flip it this other way, as you can see. Then starting from where I started the main place, I'll leave a little inch, like an inch, before I start pleating. After pleating, it's going to come out very neat. As you can see, it's so neat. All the edges are covered, all the raw edges are covered. All right, so after doing that, I am also going to be pleating the GSP addition to it, the one I kind of cut times 5. So I'm going to be pleating on it. All right, this is an outward pleat, it's not an inward pleat. I'll be pleating on it. All right, I kind of hemmed the edges of this particular one before I started pleating. So this is the final look. After pleating, it's just to join together and put the zipper. That's all. Hope it's lovely, hope it's beautiful. See you in my next video. Thank you.